Hyde Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I first of all want to thank the government for bringing into play a motion that I tabled last year and was tabled on behalf, of course, of the entire New Democratic Party and our leader, Andrea Horwath. Not giving credit to a woman on Equal Pay Day is kind of apropos, I think, because this is the day that we're acknowledging that women should get credit for the work that they do. So, hey, no hard feelings. Shockingly, I want to point out, however, that it's getting worse. The problem is getting worse. It used to be last year that women made about 72 cents for every dollar men made for work of equal value. Now it's about 69 cents. The problem is getting worse under this government's watch. So I think that is point number one. It is a critical point. As you heard the members speak from Kawartha, Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes Brock, about the pay equity issue that this government itself is in breach of. So, you know, the very first thing one would ask of the honourable ministers over there is that they honour their own sentiments. Because when it comes to community living, and I'm going to give an example, Community Living Guelph Wellington's received an order from the Pay Equity Commission which states that they must make pay equity adjustments to employees' wage rates back to April 1st, 2010. And as the other member noted, this is not for them alone. This is a problem across the field. And the only place they get their money is from this government. They cannot pay out what they do not get in. They are a government agency, and as such, the responsibility of this government. In fact, on the Select Committee on Developmental Disabilities, we're looking at recommendations. I'm sure one of the recommendations will be to uphold their own law. So that's critical. So, and what is Equal Pay Day? There's been really what it is. It illustrates how far into the next year a woman must work to earn the same amount a man made in the previous year. That's the point. That's why the date is ever shifting. In my motion, it said April 9th, which it was last year. And guess what? The situation is much worse. It's now April 16th. So I'm pleased, as I say, again, I'm pleased that the government has acted on my motion. I'm delighted. It would have been nice to have been given credit, and to the New Democratic Party, for the work that we did, and also for the work, of course, that the Equal Pay Coalition has done, because really it's them that have brought this forward, that have brought it to our attention, and that work every day on this issue. It'd be nice to pay them well, too. Give them a little bit more money to do their work, because very difficult to do their work when they're not funded properly either. So, again, my advice to my friends across the aisle are this. Acknowledge when a woman does something good. Acknowledge women's work, in this case, my own. That would be nice. That's number one. Number two, do something about your own breach of the pay equity legislation, which is actually pay women the rate that they're entitled to across the community living sector, among others, but particularly where an order has come from the Pay Equity Commission. At least uphold your own law. So I would suggest that. And then, of course, when we look broader across the industry, yes, it's good to study the issue. Yes, it's good to actually be proactive about it. But again, it's not looking good after 11 years that the situation is getting worse under your watch. So we've seen that things from last year to this year are progressing in the negative direction. Let's hope, finally, that from this year to next year, that the date that we celebrate Pay Equity Day or Equal Pay Day is maybe January 1st. Wouldn't that be nice? It would be nice. So that's my advice. Thank you very much.